And we're back.
For block pushing.
Oh, so it's more of this, is it?
As always, it is more of this.
I take it that chest was on a lower level.
Yes.
And the rat can't move vertically?
Nope.
Gotcha.
It is still affected by Z layers like everything else is.
As much as the PlayStation actually had those.
Well, of course, the Z layer was parts of the environment that you couldn't actually interact with. They were just there to keep you from going anyplace.
See, I was thinking of Z buffer, which controls the depth of things relative to each other, which the PlayStation did not have.
Oh, I am happy to be over this bronchitis or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's typically not a good thing to have for long periods of time. It tends to lead to nasty things like death.
Well, it tends to linger, like, regardless of what you do.
That, too.
Every time I've had bronchitis, it's like, I've had a cough for about a month afterwards.
Oh, hey, the crystal bud.
So have you called, Marge's clitoris the crystal bud yet?
You know, I showed her that conversation, and her response was actually a marijuana joke, rather than the obvious. Which I hear they're actually making legal in Canada now, recreationally.
What, clitorises?
Yes. All of the clitorises, all the time.
Clitori?
Clitori.
I don't actually know what the plural of that is.
Probably clitorises. I've never encountered a situation where I had to know the plural of clitoris.
Well, today you had a new experience.
It's an interesting academic thing, yes.
You know, I didn't actually know that this was a boss.
Well, I hope you were at least reasonably prepared.
All the other times I played the game, I'm just like, well, there's a timer, I guess I'd better leave.
Yeah.
So I've played this game like 3 times without ever fighting this boss.
Really? So it's optional?
Yeah.
Huh.
It gives you a rune when you beat it.
I see.
Her, it, him, I don't know.
Nobody knows. Nobody really cares either.
And it shoots radioactive beams, apparently.
I mean, because why not?
Remember, if you jump and hit something with the sword, it hurts more than if you just hit them normally.
That's kinetic energy at work.
Pew, 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 pew.
I should be more specific. Or rather, correct my terminology. That's, dynamic inertia, in effect.
Rudy can still use his gun just fine, despite being silenced. Jack, however, cannot use any of his sword moves, because obviously they involve, like, what's that word, the ki? Whatever that shouting is you do when you do martial arts moves.
I think it's ki. I don't remember precisely.
Obviously that is part of what makes them function.
Rudy gets away with it because silencing a gun does not reduce its overall effectiveness enough to matter.
It's just, you know, well, depending if it's a movie, it silences completely.
Yes.
Or a video game.
Though, in reality, a suppressor, because there is no such thing as a silencer, a suppressor just reduces the noise level from gun level to something more akin to a vacuum cleaner.
And now everybody is asleep. And then, for whatever reason, the boss is like, you know, I'll cast it again, just to make sure.
I always liked this lullaby.
And this is one of those games where being attacked it does not wake you up immediately.
Huh.
Despite being struck by lightning. But then Jack woke up, so it's okay.
Well, okay then. As long as one of the party is awake. At least it's not one of those games where it's game over if the entire party is asleep.
I've never encountered a game like that. I've encountered, like, if everybody's paralyzed, the game is over. I think Star Ocean 2 did that.
Right. That must be what I'm thinking of. My specific thought in that direction was Final Fantasy VIII, in which I had an unfortunate encounter with Malboros on the island closest to heaven, and had a few game overs due to paralysis.
Now we can get out of here.
Yay! Flee! Flee while you still can.
And then you can never go to that dungeon again.
Huh.
So you know you only got one shot at that room.
I'm surprised that Belzelic or someone didn't show up to steal the crystal bud from you right off the bat.
But it doesn't really have any function for them, so no point.
I guess. What exactly does the thing do?
Nothing, actually.
Okay, then why did we just go out of our way to collect it?
Because we had to go get it for Captain Bartholomew.
Okay, and what is Captain Bart gonna do with it?
Well, you'll see.
Okay.
Suffice to say, it's very important. You know, I wonder if that kid's still in that box.
It's a possibility.
Just went back in that box after we left.
It's his home. He lives there now. It's got a refrigerator, indoor plumbing, a little, stove. It's got all the amenities.
I also like how this game is like, there's secret keys called duplicators, and you actually need fucking 2 of them.
What do they do?
Open locked doors. Magical lock doors.
Huh.
I guess. No.
But you must...
Yep, I suppose.
I mean, at least he's giving you money for it. Although, when I think about it, what did you pay that one chick to get you out of the trap?
2,000.
2,000. Okay, so you've made a profit.
So yeah, the crystal bud is a symbol of engagement.
Care to smell my crystal bud? This is getting weird.
Oh, it's about to get weirder. Aha, stock laughter. Yep.
Are they calling him a pedophile?
Yes.
Well, that laughter clip is very disturbing.
This game is going places.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Jack's like, ha! This is amazing.
Jack is just finding this whole situation hilarious.
Also, I believe Cecilia is 17, so... Well...
She's legal in some countries, let's leave it at that.
Yeah. She's not underage, so I guess it's okay. But she's not consenting, so that's not okay. But it's to save the world, so I guess it's okay.
I guess. How old is Jack supposed to be?
Like, mid to late 20s. Or early 30s.
I was gonna say, from the anime intro, I would have said he was in his 30s.
Back during that period of time where if you drew a guy with sideburns and kind of like a strong chin like Jack has. He was probably in his late 20s or early 30s.
Which reminds me, playing Tales of Vesperia, how they constantly joke about what an old man Raven is, and even he gets in on it. And it turns out he's like 28.
It's beyond your prime in Japan.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, really.
Fuck, I feel like that now, and I'm only 31.
Fuck you.
But I felt like that for years. Old and decrepit.
I literally have gray hairs. And I'm 34 and I have fucking gray hair.
I don't have hair, so, shut up.
That's a fair point. I retract my previous complaint.
My beard has gray hairs.
That was actually where I found the last one. Just like on my chin, there's this big, honking, obvious gray hair.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one, like, right in this general area.
Mm-hmm.
There's also one especially coarse gray hair that grows on my head still. I don't know why it's just that one, but...
It's the stubborn one.
Yay. So, when I was young, like, I didn't bother reading the rules for this whole marriage thing. So I assumed when the crowd cheered I was doing it right, but it turns out if you do it right, the crowd boos at you.
Really?
Because the crowd is actually against you. So,
Huh.
You get rewarded better if you do it correctly. It's like that concert in FF8.
Where the end result... No, let me rephrase that. The ideal, path through that whole concert was the folk tune, right?
I think. I don't know.
I remember, if you screw up the music... What the who is this douchebag?
It's Zed!
Lord Zed?
Nope, just Zed.
Oh. I was gonna say, the Rita Repulsa isn't gonna show up, is she?
Nope, just Zed.
Okay.
Zed is amazing.
He's lively, alright. No, he's just dumb. So... Boss out of fucking nowhere, okay.
Yep. Zed is amazing. Anyway, what were you saying about the folk tune thing?
Oh, right. If you screw up the music, Renoa says to Squall while they're talking that she can't stand this quote-unquote annoying music. If you do the Eyes on Me route, she says that she normally likes this piece, but she's not really digging it tonight. And... I honestly forget what the folk tune dialogue is.
I don't remember either.
What did that say?
I'm guessing, like, how Zed's whole special attack thing works is the kanji it's written in could be interpreted as completely nonsensical, sort of like, or completely inaccurate, like Sodom and Street Fighter Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a little bit of time looking this shit up. I'm just kind of guessing on that one.
You do have a tendency to do this.
I go the distance for everything I do.
True.
Except work. I don't go the distance there. I'm not paid enough.
I'm going to eat a few more of these Pringles you don't like.
Jamaican jerk flavored Pringles. Available exclusively at Walgreens for some reason.
Huh.
The only reason I bought them is because they were on sale, and I wanted to know what they taste like, and I'm disappointed.
They're not great, but I will not lie. I would still demolish a can of them.
Like, if I had some dip of any kind, I'd eat them, but, And then Zed leaves.
I mean, okay. He, left as abruptly as he showed up.
Our fake wedding is ruined. Also, could you guys fucking get out of my way, please?
Uh-oh. So, now it's real boss time?
Nope. Fucking icy ass burn.
Hmm.
And at no point did anybody step in to really do anything to protect the statue. Except Jack, like, made a token effort.
So that's number 3, right?
Yep.
And so the big bad evil thing is released.
Yep.
That means we're pretty much fucked, right?
No, the game goes on. I love it. Our fake wedding is ruined.
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't a real wedding.
And how?
So what do we get to look forward to next time on Radical Bromance?
I don't remember. Something.